serve it, you just an urban myth. Every day, get ride around Queens on a jet ski, it's me. Every day, get to the day I die. Every day, get, man, I that, and I that, bouncing up and down, nearly broke. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it.
Polo to the flow though, you already know though. It's Rnfl for real, you see ya, just take a photo. I'm reppin' as on photo with a on your brodo, cause that Dodo thought that he. What up, no American dream, dusty road, man. She been riding since her daddy rode on fold. I done in every hole, telling every I ain't with my wife, but if she meet her, might be a go. Rick Flair flashing, don't I look dashing, don't I look classy, don't act so sassy. I'm the man, boo. That's with or without you. With what your say, show me what that.
I hear him talking reckless. I won't even stress. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address. They say I'm lonely at the top, but this the best. Hey, don't you see me out here shining, barely flex. I hear him talking reckless. I won't even stress. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address. They say I'm lonely at the top, this the best. And even if we die today, gon' live forever. Live forever.
Daddy Pat say with 3 S's. Look S's, no S's on my chest, but all these diamonds got me blessed. Usually I don't do this. Dumb it down, go stupid. Since 17 been counting M's, my bank account's on goofy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Titans are the least scored on team in the league, and they'll be up against the Colts offense that will need to rise to the occasion.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Come on, let's go. Ohio, Ohio. Flex round, flex round. Let's go, Ohio, Ohio. Flex round, Ohio.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll throw here. Kaiser. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
6:37, 29, 6-7-34.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. Looks to be right around the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They go to Elliott again. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And the wideout in motion. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Again, it's Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
5 yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal from that 5-yard line. And he motions the wide receiver. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So now it's 1st and goal. To throw his car into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now they try the right side here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. That's exactly what he got done there.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Carr throwing on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the wideout in motion. On third and long, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Give. This is their fullback. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On now is the Titans punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Two minutes remain here in the first half. On now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Back to Tennessee after this. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Carr to throw on second down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Colts on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Titan football. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he fires one incomplete. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Grind through!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Guys are now on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
And to give this time to the tailback. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And the Colts getting ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Carr now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Carr now on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying,
and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through, and we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now he'll escape to his left. And some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also moved the sticks.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw with Carr. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On first down, Carr. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Shift together here from the D-line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And he motions the wide receiver. Now a play fake. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Following the interception, Kaiser eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep rights. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll start the drive with Elliott. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, Carr. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Chris Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And now here's a carry heading left. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. 3rd and long for Kaiser. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Elliott, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Carr. A dump off to Elliott. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
93.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
They go play action. Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. To throw on 2nd down. Carr. And Myers has it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverage.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Kaiser now. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. And they're throwing here. Kaiser. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is. And what an accomplishment, because you feel that